The Girl on a Bike, and I'm here at Stelvio in France to talk to you about why pre-organised motorcycle trips are an absolutely wicked way to see the world on two wheels. There's loads of different theories out there about the fact that it's not a proper adventure if you don't organise it yourself, all those kinds of things. Now I'm going to go through some of the reasons why I personally really enjoy travelling the world and doing it with organised trips with people that know the country that I'm going to. So first up, it's the experience. And by doing a tour with someone who's been there, ridden it, knows it, been to the coffee stops, found the most amazing places to stop and take photos, you're getting their experience and you're learning from their experience. So everything in that tour, the roads that you're doing, where you're going to have your dinner, the hotels that you're going to put your head in at night to sleep and rest, have been hand-picked to give you the best experience of that tour and that country that you're going to. So right now I'm here with tour one in France. I was in Austria earlier, Switzerland before that. I think I'm going to be in Italy in a minute. Actually, I'm in Italy right now. 4 countries today, so I'm losing it. And the time it would take me to plan this 10-day riding holiday is actually pretty phenomenal. I'd have had to spend a lot of time on my computer, a lot of time researching forums, looking at roads, going on Google Maps, trying to work out where I wanted to ride. And I don't know about you, but for me, with working life, I don't have the time to do that. And sometimes they say time is money, and I think that's incredibly true in an example like this, because by going with someone who does all of that research and planning for you, you don't have to spend the time doing that research up front, and that saves you time. Time is money. Now moving on from that, I don't know about you, but I blinking hate admin. Like sitting there trying to book hotels and working out Kanye's and all these kinds of things. And when you go with an organizer, they do all that for you. Every hotel along the trip is booked for you. Reservations are made for restaurants, all that kind of stuff. So the admin is taken away. Again, it's making it a lighter, more enjoyable holiday for the experience. And that is the company that you'll be riding with. Now, I do have friends that I really enjoy riding with, and I'm sure you do as well, but it's always nice making new friends and meeting more like-minded people from all around the world. Now, on this trip alone, there are actually, I think, 23 of us. We're not riding in one massive group, we're splitting up, and I'm making lifetime friends with people that I can go and visit in other places in the world, and we can ride in new places. We've got a common interest of the love of two wheels and motorcycles, and it's actually really cool putting yourself in a new environment with new people, expanding your experiences, your network, and meeting those people. You can get a bit of group conflict sometimes. You know, a 12-day trip, 13-day trip can be quite a long period of time to stay with a group of people, but I mean that can happen with your own friends if you've got mates like me. Don't tell my friends I said that, but that's just human personalities, isn't it? I don't want to say holidays are stressful, but actually if you're with a group of people and you've got to get to a certain point and you're not sure what the road is, or a road is suddenly closed, it can be a little bit stressful and you're worrying about all these different things. You're then going to add in the legal elements of stuff, like have you got the right vignette to even ride in that country? What tolls do you need? Are there any limitations on where you can refuel? I did a trip in Bolivia. There are actually remote villages where you cannot refuel your bike. That's local knowledge that enabled us to know where we had to get the petrol to keep riding in that trip. Now, all of that legal faff knowledge and stress, put it on someone else's shoulder when you go with a group, because that's what you're paying them to do for you. You've also got some economies of scale. Now, if you think about a hotel that is continually getting a group of people, those tour operators can often get a slightly more economical rate because they're buying on bulk. They're not just booking one hotel room, they're coming in and saying, right, I want 10, can you give me a good price? And those things are often passed on to you as the customer on the trip. Can't guarantee it, Some tour operators might just make a little bit on their pocket, but whatever. Something else to think about when you're traveling with a motorcycle. We know, sadly, there are some scumbags in the world that like to pinch beautiful motorcycles, and so secure parking with hotels is another thing that an organised tour is going to have thought about when they plan and book the hotels. All those little things that are really pivotal to being on a motorcycle. You're rocking up with a group of friends at a cafe. Can you all park up safely? All those things are thought about. Another thing to think about in a group tour is the actual motorcycle. Now, I like to travel the world on a motorcycle. I don't have a motorcycle in every country I want to travel in the world. But through doing it with an organised tour, I can hire a bike, mix it up, ride different bikes, expand my experience, getting on an adventure bike or an Africa Twin or a Husqvarna or whatever it might be in whatever country, for whatever terrain I feel like doing. And I can hire that bike, go there, get the best of that country, head home, get back to work, earn some more money and go and do the next adventure. When you're riding in different countries, it can actually be quite difficult to know how long a route's going to take. You can go on Google Maps and say, right, I'm going to go from A to B, and it will give you a rough number, but what you don't know is how many places there are going to be that you really should pull over and take a photo. I mean, look at this spot right now. Or how long it's going to take for you and your 5 mates to pull over and have a coffee, or what sort of delivery expectations a restaurant might have. Are you going to be waiting 5 minutes for your food or half an hour? And all of those things can factor in how long your day is, from leaving from breakfast to getting in for your dinner in the evening. And when you do an organised trip, these are tried and tested. They've got all of that calculated into the route that you're going to do, so that that day is optimized for the absolute best experience. And I've said that experience already in this video, and I think that's probably the word that I'm gonna say experience again. It's all about the experience. Everything just adds together to enable you to get the best bang for your buck, the best fun for your time, and maximize your money, your time, your energy, being out there on a holiday and making the most of it. Now, I guess it's probably worth really emphasizing that a pre-organized riding holiday can take loads of different forms as well. I'm on a Harley Davidson Tour 1, that's the organizer trip at the moment. Obviously, everyone on the trip is on Harley Davidsons. We are going from A to B, carrying all of our luggage. But some trips will have support vehicles. Some trips will be off-road. Some trips will be doing hard enduro for the mountains. You could be doing ADV with on and off-road. You could be doing sports bike. And there's loads of different types of trips and holidays around, particularly in loads of different countries. There's websites like Motourismo where you can actually find some of those trips from a sort of a trusted recommended rate. You've also got companies like Big Little Rides who do women's only. If you wanted to do a men's only, I'm sure there are companies that do that as well. Mixed, you could do passengers on the back. You get the point. It's not one thing. It's a whole world of traveling the world on 2 wheels. And for me, I really enjoy getting out there on my own, but I get a lot of energy from getting out there, meeting new people, seeing the very best of a country. And right now, I'm on the top of Stelvio. What a place to be. I'm Vanessa Ruck, the girl on a bike. Let me know what you think. Are you into riding holidays? Do you like doing all the work yourself? Do you enjoy having it pre-booked? It's probably worth mentioning the money, because a lot of people often say, oh, it's really expensive doing it pre-booked. But actually, once you start putting the calculations together and how much time and energy you've got to put into planning it, it doesn't always work out really expensive. Anyway, food for thought. Let me know in the comments what you think. Give it a like. Make sure you hit the bell and tick the notifications so that you know when I put a new video out. I'm going to go look at the view. Vanessa Ruck. Bye!